Hi, Katie here with the Lovely Life blog. Today I'm going to show you how to make fresh herb pizza. It's something that I really enjoy because it's so fresh and so different from the usual pizza that you'll pick up at your local pizzeria. So today we're going to start with our crust. I already rolled it out into a circle and I par-baked it in a 500-degree oven for 5 minutes. And really all I'm trying to do is make sure that my crust doesn't come out soggy. If you are not concerned about that, you don't have to par-bake your crust. Any store-bought crust will do. I picked mine up from Trader Joe's and I actually cut it in half to kind of make a smaller pizza. So I literally just cut it in half, threw some flour on the counter, rolled it out, and threw it in the oven for 5 minutes at 500 degrees on parchment. So now I've pulled it out for you and I'm actually going to put the pizza together. The first thing you want to do is you're actually going to put olive oil as your base for this pizza. And I'm just going to use this brush to kind of spread it around. It's really nice to have an olive oil base because it's so much lighter and it just really brings all the flavors from the herbs and the cheese out. Add a little bit more over here. And don't be afraid, this is one of the reasons I par-baked it, so you don't have to worry if you put too much oil. If you don't like the amount that you throw on there, you can always use a paper towel to soak up some excess. But it should be pretty good. Okay. So, I am going to really quick just dab it with a paper towel, because I can see I made some pockets when I par-baked it. Here we go. I don't want it too oily. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to do is throw your mozzarella cheese on it. And you just, you know, how much cheese is really up to you and how cheesy you like your pizza. We like a lot of toppings on our pizza. This is just one little bag of cheese, and I think we might use half of it. So probably about a cup of cheese is what this is. Make sure I get the edges. Okay, that's good enough. The next thing you're going to add is your herbs. So the first thing I want to throw on there is oregano, and I'm just going to use dried today. It's the only thing that is not fresh on this whole pizza, but still good. Just kind of spread it around. I'd say this is about, we're going to use probably about a tablespoon of oregano on this pizza. If you don't want to see it, you can throw it on the olive oil before you put the cheese on. The next thing you're going to throw on is the basil. I just julienned a whole bunch of fresh basil and we're just going to pile it on. Don't be shy because this is what makes this pizza so delicious. Here we go. Take a little bit off. Just make sure everything looks neat. Okay. Next you're just going to sprinkle a little bit of rosemary. Actually, let me throw a little bit more basil on there. You're going to put a little rosemary. I took it right off the stalk and I just kind of rough chopped it. And this is an aromatic. I mean, you don't want to go crazy with rosemary, but definitely put a little bit on there because it just brings out a wonderful, you know, flavor to the pizza. And then the last thing you're going to put on before you pop it in the oven is you're going to actually crumble up some goat cheese and just kind of let it rest in the pizza. Not too much. I'm actually a huge goat cheese fan, so I'm probably going to put more on than normal people would, but the goat cheese really just brings out the herbs and it kind of brings like a creaminess to the pizza that I think otherwise would be missing. So even if you're not a huge goat cheese fan, I wouldn't skip it unless you are really against it. And then once you have your crumbles on there, you're going to be ready to bake. Again, we're going to throw it in a 500-degree oven because we're trying to get like a nice crisp bottom on our pizza. If you don't want a crispy pizza, go ahead and throw it in at 350. It might take a little longer to cook. We're going to cook it for about 10 minutes. It should be good. Okay, so I'm going to throw this in the oven. Let me just wash my hands. And we'll check on it in 10 minutes. Okay, so here's the pizza. We've just pulled it out of the oven and set it on the table. This actually only took 5 minutes in the oven, I think because I made just half the dough, so it cooked real quick. Always check your pizza. So yeah, it looks really great, and we're going to bite into it now, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you.